I was speaking about Cain and Abel yesterday, or a couple of days ago, and what I don't like really talking about, the Bible without having it in front of me. And on that day I did. So what I'm doing now is I'm breaking it down, right? So this is Genesis 4 verses 1-7 that says, "And Adam, for whom is defined as the ungenerated, for which is defined as not reformed, for which is defined as not changed for the better, new, for which is defined as to perceive directly, Eve, for whom is defined as the first woman, the wife of Adam, for whom is defined as the first man and father by Eve of Cain and Abel, his wife, and she conceived, for which is defined as to take into one's mind, and bear, for which is defined as lacking a natural, usual, or appropriate covering of Cain, and said, I have gotten a man from the Lord. And she again bare, for which is defined as to open to view his brother Abel. And Abel was a keeper of sheep. Now, sheep is defined as a tame, docile, for which is defined as easily taught person. Okay? Now, and what I'm saying is I'm showing you by breaking this stuff down, you can because it's a translation. So if you don't translate it, then how do you really understand it? Okay, and Abel was a keeper of sheep, but Cain was a tiller of the ground. Now, ground is an area of knowledge or special interest, right? Now, I say ground like this because Adam, right, was his punishment when he was arraigned was that he had to till the field, the ground that he came from. So see what I'm saying? See, Cain, for which was Adam's first child, but you got to remember that the serpent, which is defined as a treacherous person, had an encounter with Eve. Now, if Adam, right, gave life to Eve through his rib, then why did Eve then deliver Cain and Abel? See, something is wrong with the whole family structure of Adam, because Eve came from Adam's rib, and then Cain and Abel came from Eve. Something ain't right. So see, now, this is why I'm saying Adam is defined as the ungenerated, see, for which is defined as not reformed, for which is defined as not changed for the better. See, because if Adam was changed for the better, he'd have changed Cain and he'd have changed Eve. You see what I'm saying? So by him then breaking the covenant between God and humanity, his son Cain, which is not, I'm saying it's the treacherous person's son, because look at the treachery that his son committed, right? Now he killed Adam's son. Now the serpent then took Adam's position in the Garden of Eden. See what I'm saying? When he had Adam so-called bite the fruit. Now check this. I'm showing you that Cain had offered a fruit. Now let me show you what I'm saying here. But for which is defined as lacking a natural, usual, or appropriate covering, Cain, and said, I have gotten a man. Now, not a son. So now see, Cain was a man from birth. Now, I see, something ain't right. Not a son. He didn't say, I got a son. He said a man from the Lord, and said again, boy, for which is defined as open to view his brother Abel. And Abel was a keeper of sheep. Now, why didn't he say that he bore another man? See, he didn't say the Lord bore him another man. He just said he's the keeper of sheep, right? Now, sheep is a tame, docile, taught a person, right? Now, ground is an area of knowledge or special interest, but Cain was a tiller of the ground, and in process, for which is defined as a natural phenomenon, for which is defined as an object or aspect known through the senses rather than by through or rather than by thought or institution. No, excuse me, intuition, excuse me. It's dark in here, man. There's light on here, so forgive me. Marked by a gradual, for which is defined as moving, changing, or developing by fine or often imperceptible, for which is defined as not capable of being regarded in a specified way, especially by the senses or by the mind of time. It came to pass that Cain brought of the fruit. Now, this is what I'm saying. Fruit, for which is defined as the effect or consequence of an action or operation of the ground, for which is defined as an area to be won or defended in, or as if in battle, and an offering unto the Lord. And Abel he also brought of the firstling, for which is defined as the first offspring, for which is defined as the product of the reproductive processes of a person, animal, or plant, or result of his flock, for which is defined as a group under the guidance of a leader, and of the fat, for which is defined as well stock thereof. And the Lord had respect unto Abel and to his offering, for which is defined as a course of instruction or study. But until Cain and to his offering he had not respect. And see, so he didn't respect Cain's offering. So now, what is that saying? See, that's what I was saying. His offering, it had to be personal, right? It had to be something that only he, right? Something selfish. Cain was very wroth, for which is defined as intensely angry. And his countenance, for which is defined as mental composure, for which is defined as calmness or repose, for which is defined as a place of rest, fallen. See, that means he wasn't even rest. He was angry. You see what I'm saying? His spirit, everything was enraged because of his offering being rejected. So that mean, how if his offering was rejected, then that mean it had to be selfish. It was something that couldn't be used by the masses. So if he had brought forth fruit, right, or like food, see, he brought forth the same fruit that his mama saw that was good to eat, right? So now he ended up being rejected. His offering ended up being rejected, but Abel's offering was accepted. So now that's when Cain said, am I my brother's keeper? Now this is why it's important to me, right? Because I, thought that my brothers, I got two brothers. I thought that, man, my brothers wouldn't let this go down, right? But see, now that I'm reading the spirit of Cain, then in any kind of family environment, people want to be the leader of the family. Now, it doesn't matter if they're equipped to lead. See, because they are still your birthright just to have a right. You see what I'm saying? But you saying, hey, man, you can lead all you want to lead. But when the people who you leading find out that you stole the leadership, then where they gonna follow you? Because that's when they gonna realize you really don't know what you doing. You just know what you did. You see what I'm saying? See, I know what I'm doing because I know what the devil did. So my devil is what allowed me to lead effectively. See, that's why I'm looking at Abel and I'm saying, see, I got evidence, the fat of, right, a well stock. My evidence is overwhelming, right? But my friends and family, see, they didn't till the ground. See, they using an illusion to then undermine my truth. See, and so they asking, am I my brother's keeper? See, they that Cain spirit. See what I'm saying? Because they have no leg to stand on, and I have too much evidence for them to refute. So what they do is they rebuke me. See, they either rebuke me through their religious understanding, or they rebuke me from their understanding of the military. See what I'm saying? So either way, I'm stuck in their understanding. And that's what I'm saying about the grounds, right? See, I'm saying an area of knowledge. See, so I got friends that's in the military, right? So they got rank. So now they looking at me, well, man, you was an E4. Yeah, but that was 20 years ago. I ain't no E4 in the world. See, I'm the protector and defender of the Florida Constitution, the United States Constitution, the Florida Bill of Rights, and the United States Bill of Rights, the United States Declaration of Independence, statutory law, and the Civil Rights Act of 1964. I'm in the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida as the shepherd for the law, like Abel was the shepherd for his flock. See, now when my people come, my offering is fat. See what I'm saying? The legal knowledge that I have is in such abundance that the fat thereof will then defend generations for generations, right? So now, if you do not accept that I am who I am, then you accept that you are not who you say you should be.